About a decade ago, I sat down with then Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and we talked about Startup Nation. And there was a great deal of enthusiasm for what the next 10 years would bring in Israel, particularly in the startup space, particularly when it comes to private equity. To your mind, is it more difficult to do business in Israel today?
No, I don't think so. And the fact that we're scaling here is not instead of Israel. We're scaling in parallel in Israel and here. And we have additional 3 offices in the world, in Singapore, London, and New York. But Abu Dhabi generates a unique platform.
How so?
And it's a unique platform because they can import talent from all over the world. And they make it easy for me to get a working visa. The whole relocation process is amazing, right? And people want to live here because they build this multilingual environment. It's very cosmopolitan. Education is good. Lifestyle is good. It has everything for people who want to migrate here. Other places, it's more complicated. New York is very expensive and it's not for everyone. It's hard with the kids, you know. London the same. Singapore is not for everyone. Tel Aviv is very hard with the working visa. But this place just has everything in place. Come and work, come and scale. So, you know, these days I'm talking with a lot of entrepreneurs who are leading big companies in Israel, like eToro, Wix, all these guys. They struggle to scale. It's very hard to find talent. And here, it's a game changer. So let's see how it works. But so far, it's an amazing experience.
And when you think about what happens next for the company, obviously you're speaking about scale, you're speaking about investors, you're having those conversations with the global players.
You're talking about liquidity? What happens with liquidity? So liquidity is already quite a large company. You know, we have offices in all the hotspots in the world. We're doing financing in 65 countries. And we deployed a few $1 billion every year to late-stage tech companies. I expect it to continue and grow. This center here actually generates innovation. So we develop a lot of the system that we use to decide on our investment in the Emirates. And I expect this office to also expand. We're planning to double it in the next year. It's now 40 people. It's going to be up to 100 within less than a year. So I just want more of what we already have. You know, it's going great.
When you think of the new Middle East, does that include Saudi Arabia?
Absolutely. There's no new Middle East without Saudi Arabia. Let's make it very clear. But it's not just Saudi Arabia. It's also Qatar. And Bahrain is already in this game, I think. And I think also Kuwait. I think all the rest will join after. And what the Emirates leads is it's the first time there's a real platform to do that. And my guess, and I'm not a politician, my guess it's a matter of 3 to 4 years. And I think there's no other choices because everyone understands the benefits. The benefits are enormous, right?
Of economic diplomacy.
Not just economic. It's also national security matter for all these countries, including Israel. We need to work together. It's just the time for everyone in the Middle East to work together because it becomes economy of scale everywhere in the world. And to be able to compete with Asia and compete with Europe and compete with the Americas, you have to join forces. That's the new world. You have to take part of it. And it's already in the making, you know. It's not out there, but it's in the making underneath the table. So.